Hi, my dear. I am so excited that this video found you today, and rest assured that you are watching it at the right time, at the best time for you. Today, I'm going to speak about the importance of the divine feminine in our lives and how, when we remember that we are both feminine and masculine in terms of energies, and that we embody both the divine feminine and the divine masculine in a sense, um, to different percentages. Yes, every one of us is different. When we remember to honor both, and in particular the divine feminine that has been long pushed aside historically from the forefront of society, when we remember that and we embrace the divine mother, the divine feminine, that's when we reconnect with unconditional love and infinite possibilities for our life and for everything that we are creating. We remember that we're not here to strive, to push, to force our way through life, but we remember that we are here to be guided. We are here to embody that quality of the birthing creator, that quality of the divine mother, and to birth and to create from love, from connection to source, to our higher self, to our higher intuition, to our senses. And that we are here to not only create from love, but to live in love. And it's not by chance that I have chosen this beautiful, wonderful place today in nature, in my beautiful little garden, because I want you to receive this transmission. I want you to connect to that essence that is in you and in all of us, the essence of the unconditional love of the Divine Mother. I will share very briefly here a bit about my story and how fundamental and how life-changing reconnecting to the divine feminine has been in my own life. And I believe it's an aspect that both women and men benefit from connecting to. So back in 2018, I was in the corporate world. I worked many years, over a decade, in HR, in learning and development. And I had reached a place in my life where I was running on my own a whole department for a big multinational company that was focused on supporting 3,000 people in the company. So I was a one-person department for 3,000 people. And sure enough, after 5 years of doing this, I had a burnout. And my burnout, which was a very severe burnout actually on a physical level, not only emotionally and mentally, my burnout in retrospect was my journey into awakening to the fact and realizing the fact that I was severely disconnected from my feminine. I was severely disconnected from taking care of myself, from putting myself first, from allowing myself to rest, to reflect, and to renew. I was in the constant go, do, push, achieve mode, which is useful, but not when it is not balanced with the other aspect, and that is the aspect of rest, restoration, reflection, creativity, birthing new ideas. When you are in the constant go, do, push, achieve mode constantly, then you burn out. And that is one of the main reasons why burnout has become almost like an epidemic in today's world and in society. And there are deeper reasons than that to burn out. And maybe I'm going to do a special episode, a special um, transmission on it. But what I would love you to remember for now is that burnout is not the norm. It doesn't need to be the norm. And burnout, one of the main reasons of burnout is the fact that we have forgotten to connect to ourselves and to allow ourselves to rest, to regenerate, to reflect on what is serving us and what is not serving us, what is for our highest and greatest good and what is not for our highest and greatest good. And so coming out of that burnout, I allowed myself to unlearn and to relearn, to unlearn some of the aspects that society and our families and the places that we grow up in have ingrained in us, and relearn what is truly for my highest and greatest good, what is joyful, how to manage my energy, how to manage my skills and gifts in a way that is joyful, in a way that is replenishing, and in a way that is truly life-giving rather than life-taking. And so for the purpose of today's video and transmission, I have just listed for you here 3 main benefits of reconnecting to the divine feminine. And I will add a 4th one at the end. And please leave comments in the comments to this video. Please leave a comment if you as well have been faced with periods in your life where you were on the treadmill and you were overly focused on achieving and severely disconnected from the inside part of you. In Chinese, in Chinese philosophy, the divine feminine is represented as the yin part, and the divine masculine is the yang. The yin aspect of our selves and all of this universe that we live in, the yin aspect, the divine feminine, is very, very much connected to rest and restoration and reflection and creativity and joy and pleasure, to abundance ultimately. And the yang aspect, the masculine, is very much connected to the taking aligned action. It's not about taking action. It's about taking aligned action, action that comes from the higher intuitions and insights that we receive, action that comes from the inner guidance that we all have. We all have an inner guidance system, an inner GPS that we have forgotten to tap into. And when we remember, when we relearn how to tap into that inner GPS system, life flows with a lot more ease and a lot more flow and a lot more synchronicities that are there to support us, to empower us, to truly nourish us, and to truly nourish our dreams by and through this aligned action that we are here to take. And so here are the 3 main ways in which the divine feminine is here to support you in this day and age. And I'll add, as I mentioned, a 4th one at the end. Number 1, on a personal level, the divine feminine is here to support us with reflection and slowing down. She's here to remind us that our worth is not tied into doing. Our worth is innate. Our worth is infinite and is innate. It's inside of us. And we are worthy as we are. No matter what we do, we are worthy just as we are. And she's here to support us in this day and age, especially with the advent and the rise of AI and technology and all of that, with reconnection with ourselves through different practices, whether you do yoga, meditation, walks in nature. The divine feminine is there to support you with this reflection, inner reflection mode, with going inwards. Because going inwards allows you to slow down and to hear the voice of your soul, the voice of your higher self, the voice of your heart, and therefore afterwards be able to take aligned action. It is life-changing, and it is profound when you start functioning this way. It is life-giving, and it is truly a blessing when you start functioning this way. So my advice here is to take regular moments of reflection, of rest and reflection in your week, so that you can connect to that voice inside of you, to that wisdom inside of you, to that higher self knowing. Next week, I will be uploading a meditation, a heart connection meditation that has been foundational in my own journey of connection to my higher self, and in my own journey of remembering who I really am and what I'm here to do. And it has been fundamental for me as well in the early stages of coming out of the burnout that I went through in 2018. And so, on a personal level, it is so important that you create regular time for reflection and renewal inside of your daily and weekly life. So, on a professional level, this is the second level of, and the second big way in which the Divine Feminine is here to support you. On a professional level, Divine Feminine is here to help you with your intuition, with attuning to, and this actually is created from those moments of rest and reflection that you allow yourself weekly. Once you attune to that, once you attune to your higher knowing, your intuition becomes more active and it supports you. Your intuition starts supporting you in your profession, in what you do. You receive insights on how you are there to grow, how you are there to help. And you receive insights on the impact you are there to create. Maybe you even receive insights on who you are there to connect to that can help you in your journey onwards, or can help you partner so that you can have a greater impact going forwards. So professionally, again, the Divine Feminine is there to support you, but your intuition cannot be at a high level of expression unless you allow yourself moments of rest, reflection, and restoration. Your body, your physical, emotional, and mental body, and spiritual body needs time for restoration, for regeneration. On a physical level, that happens every night when you go to sleep, and if you allow yourself a decent, normal sleep. And on a spiritual level, energetic level, it happens when you allow yourself to reflect, to meditate, or to just go for walks in nature, because that is a way to connect to mindfulness and to receive insights. The frequency, the higher frequency, energetic frequency in which the earth is right now supports the rising in consciousness. A lot of people use the word awakening. I prefer to use the rising in consciousness, this expression. So the higher frequency in which the earth is right now supports the rising in consciousness of each and every one of us. And so the third way in which the Divine Feminine is here to help us in these times, and has always been here to help us, is in your relationships. So have you noticed that more people are starting to connect to their feelings, are starting to manage their emotions, are starting to express their emotions more? Both women and men. So in relationships, the Divine Feminine can support you by the fact that when you connect to your heart, when you connect to your emotions, you become more present and you become more engaged in your relationships. You become more aware of what you are there to give and how you want to receive. So being in constant contact with your heart, with your higher self, allows you to be a more conscious partner in your relationships, whether that is an intimate relationship or relationships with your friends. Likewise, being attuned to your heart and your higher self allows you to discern who is somebody that is truly nourishing for you and your life, and who are people who are detrimental, who are not there to support your growth. And therefore you can slowly and surely distance yourself from them. You know what they say, your frequency attracts your own tribe. And so we truly live in the day and age where we are supposed to find our tribes, to find our soul family here on earth. And the best way to recognize who is your soul family is by how you feel, right? So that's an aspect of the divine feminine, how you feel when you are around that person. Are you constantly giving, 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 giving? Or are you also receiving? Meaning it's a balanced relationship. Or simply, do you feel lower energetically after you've spent time with them? And that's a signal that they are not truly your soul family. And last but not least, the fourth aspect of how the divine feminine is here to support us in these times is that on a societal level, doing these three things that all have to do with heart connection and attuning to what is truly nourishing and beneficial for us makes it so that we become more generous towards others and more generous towards the earth. When we are in peace with ourselves, when we are in peace with our hearts, when we are connected to our emotions, when we learn to manage our emotions, and when we learn to connect to our intuition and to follow the inner guidance, then we become more generous externally as well, in our actions and in the way we relate to others, and also in the way we relate to the earth. In almost all ancient cultures, the earth is seen as the divine, an embodiment of the divine feminine. So we actually live, in true honesty, we live on a divine feminine planet. So here we are here to restore that inner knowing, that knowledge of the fact that this beautiful birthing planet, because it constantly births every season, every year, it regenerates itself. It rebirths itself. So the way we are here to support the earth, my love, is by also having that relationship with ourselves, allowing ourselves to regenerate, allowing ourselves to slow down, allowing ourselves to go through all the seasons that we are also as a human being going through, and no longer ostracizing or putting down the seasons of slowing down and reflection, but rather embracing them as what they are, a cycle, a season. They are part of our nature and they are part of nature. We all have, much like Mother Earth, we're here to realize, and Earth is here to support us realize that we also have our seasons. We cannot be constantly in springtime and summertime. We are also here to embrace our autumn time and our winter time. And particularly for women, that happens naturally monthly through our menstrual cycle, through our moon cycle, as I like to call it, because it's very much attuned to the moon cycles as well. We are very, very much connected to and attuned to the stars and to the earth. There are, on average, 13 menstrual cycles that a woman has every year. And there are 13 new moons and 13 full moons that the moon goes through every year. So our bodies are cyclical. And in ancient times, the men used to journey in men lodges, in men's circles that were called men's lodges, used to journey with the seasons of the year and with the zodiac wheel. So they would honor spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And they would allow themselves to also reflect, to learn from every season, and to regenerate themselves. And so, my love, I am inviting you to remember and reconnect to that, to your own divine feminine wisdom that lives and breathes through each of us, both women and men. And you allow that to express in yourself when you allow yourself to slow down, reflect, and once again, allow time for regeneration. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are some ways in which you love to reflect and regenerate? What are your best ways? And as promised, next week, I will be back with a beautiful heart connection meditation that will allow you, and I'll post the links later on in the links to that as well. That heart connection meditation will allow you to attune to your higher wisdom, your higher emotional intelligence, your higher heart. And so, as usual, I wish that this video reaches you in the most divine, perfect timing for you, and that it serves your highest and greatest good. Thank you so, so much. Sending you lots of love and many blessings. And have a wonderful day.